Alright, I've been working on the 59 pan here, mocking it up. So I've been digging around for parts. I had to borrow my friend's front forks leg assemblies because I got tired of trying to put together my own junk. So I dug up some of these to use, but I'm missing most of the other parts that I need, so I just used his. This is the 50, 51, whatever year this one is. I had to do a tranny swap between this bike and that bike because this tranny is an early tranny. Because it's got the breather up on here, the other one's the breather's up on top for a late bike. So this is the correct early tranny for this bike, and that was the correct tranny for that bike, so I swapped them. So it helps to get the right parts going with different bikes. This bike here, I was going to put most of the chrome front end, and I'm putting over there on that bike, so oh well. We'll come up with other parts for that one. We got the wheels down here for the 58. These are the wheels for the earlier one. These are tall 516s. These are short, stubby 510s. So we'll get those on there. I got the rear brake more or less on the back. I was working on the front brake, but the one I was going to use don't work. It's over here. This is the right side brake. I need a left side brake. Wrong brake. That didn't work. So I'm gonna play around with that. So this is a polished one, so I don't want to use that. I do have a chrome backing plate here that I need to clean up, so and then I have to put it all together. So this is kind of the direction I was going to lean toward on this. Go back over there. And I found a headlight for this thing somewhere in the box over there. Oh, there's on the floor right over there. Yeah, there's a headlight right there. I was debating on going to the 1960s setup on the front end, but it's a 59. It should have a 59 front end. So the 60 has the aluminum cowlings, which are over there. Yeah, right over in that box right there. Has aluminum cowlings. One set. I got a bunch of them. Alright, so I'm going to work on this a little bit. I get the wheels mounted, but I can get the brake on first. So right now the bike's just hanging off the rack because this rack's being used by my bike. So there you go. We have to work where we got room to work. I was worried about the gas tank sitting with these trees because these trees are the on that too are cut away right here for the later bike, even though they're early trees. So I'm not sure what year they changed. See how this bike here, they're not cut away. This bike's really close in the gas tank for some reason. This bike here, we got lots of room. So it's back over here, there's a whole handful of room right there. This one does too. So we got tons of room in here, so I'm not sure why these earlier bikes are different. There must be a different casting in the neck or something that's different. I don't know. The book says they're all the same, but you can't believe everything you read. All I know, this is the original frame. So maybe it's something they did on the swing arm frame, because this is a swing arm and this is a rigid. That's a rigid, so maybe it's something they did when they put the frame together. If they made the backbone in here just a tick longer, that would do it. You know, these tubes here, whatever. You know, it doesn't take much to pick up a 1/4 inch difference when you get to the tank. So, or maybe these tanks are different. I thought they're all the same stamping up to 65, 64, but I don't know. So the early tanks are over there. Those are 47 to 50 gas tanks right there. I haven't tried to see if they clear, but yeah, who cares? They work, that's all that matters. So I got original shocks on here. So far all the parts are original, so yeah, except maybe the oil tank. I'm not sure about that, but it might be. Everything else is original so far. This might be repop here, but I'm not sure. That, maybe. Not sure. And I'm sure this tin work might be, but it's old stuff because it's made like the old bikes, so it could be original or it's been chromed or something. I don't know. I get a lot of different stuff floating around here, so who knows. Trying to keep the bike mostly stock parts, not stock type, stock parts. Harley's a Harley. You put a bunch of Taiwan junk on it, it's not a Harley anymore. Okay, so this here I need to build up. So I got to come up with all the parts. First thing I do is clean it up, see if it's any good. Looks like it's been hit on the bottom slightly. I don't know, might be cosmetic. So the way you clean junk up like this is steel wool. find some steel wool. If you use a scrub pad, it takes the crumb off, so use steel wool. There's probably other stuff to use. Steel wool works good. So you got quad-aught, 3-aught, and you got coarse. Don't use this on chrome. Use stuff like this on chrome. So, I'm going to use a piece of this right here. This looks like the favorite piece. If that don't work, get this piece. This looks like quad-aught. It's real fine. It doesn't hardly scratch anything when you use it. Which is what you're after. Okay, place to work. Place to work. And CRC. And actually, I'd rather work over here. A little more comfortable up here. It's higher. There. Yeah, put the. We got a tripod over here to use. Yeah, everybody likes a stupid tripod except me, so there you go. All right. See how this works. CRC works good on everything. You're too far away to see anything now. And we'll move it. Move you over here. There, how's that? Yeah, now you can see it real good. Alright. A little of that on there. Do a little bit of this. See when it quits making noise, it's clean. See how rough it is? Chrome isn't very good. Tell by how rough it is. It might be better than polished though, but who knows. It'll look good on the side. See, that's barnacle chrome. Hear it? Nice and rough. Good stuff. Alright, it's enough work. Grab a nice clean rag to wipe it off with. There you go, it's got some chrome in it. Not much though. Looks good on this side. It looks like crap on this side. Let's see if this are shitty polish, so we'll use this. There you go. Good enough for an old crappy bike. See? Alright, now I gotta find some parts. Oh, here's some parts right here. Let's use these. There's the drum. This drum probably is better than the other one. Good enough. I'm not really working too hard on this. Not worth it. Because I don't like chrome anyway. That's why it's not worth it. See, we got rust on the inside. That'll make the brakes work better, right? Perfect. Yeah, they match now. There you go. All those fine scratches in there, steel wool does do that. That's why I use the real fine stuff. But these big deep scratches in there, someone else was in there before with something else. Now if you take some chrome polish, put on top of this, it'll make it a lot shinier, because CRC is not a chrome polish, it's just a rust inhibitor and corrosion remover. Alright, so now these go together, and they look about the same, see? Equal quality. Perfect. Just what we need. Equal junk. Need some more parts. We'll need one of those. We'll need this stuff here. Let's see, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get the brake cable out of there, so I'll probably leave it. Shoes are not that easy to get out either, but here. Pivot's the same. I'm gonna go see what else parts I got. I might have some other parts to use. I don't like taking stuff apart if I don't have to. Just makes work. Quality hardware there. Junk. See, once we know what we're looking for, we go looking. And last month I pulled a bunch of crap out and threw it all over the place here, looking for other parts. This is my junk pile. There's the brake setup on the bike. And more steering damper junk. So this goes onto the bike. Oh, this one's got $15 written on it. How about take that off? Somebody's gonna think I want 15 bucks on the bike. There you go. Did I make anybody get a headache yet? That's what you get with one hand. There, $15 just went away. Alright, chrome, junk, for junk bike. Yeah, that's perfect for it. Alright. This is a bunch of junk. Okay. These are different mechanisms I have laying around here. I like this one the best. This is a genuine Harley one. That's a late model shaft. The early one has a stub out the side there. But I got another one, so I'm okay with that. Correct tail light for it. Here's a set of crappy looking covers I was going to use on the bike, but I wound up using better stuff. There's a bunch of exhaust to figure out if I'm going to need yet. This is the motor stuff I got the motor back together with. There's the oil pump. Another tail light. Intake. More junk. Okay, I don't see the brake parts I'm looking for. So, I was looking through here. The brake parts. Junk box. Ooh, there's a top nut I could have used. I need that for that bike. Got dust fuel in here too. Oh, there it goes onto the floor. I got a bunch of parts been big enough for that. Here's a bearing we could use. Another bearing. Here's some more bearings. Let's see. Ooh, there's an oil pump fitting. Might need that. See, this one here is for late bike. This is for early bike. See how it's taller? Swingarm bike. Ooh, somebody with a Sportster wants that. Force control kit for a Sporty. It'd be an Ironhead Sportster, not late model crap. Ooh, jackpot. Look at all this junk I just found. I need some of that. I knew I had some more of this stuff somewhere. Look at all this crap. I'll make that steering damper functional up there now. Lighten up. Junk, 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 junk. Alright. Keep looking for what I need. To use the late trees for 60. I didn't want to use them. I didn't. Here's the correct brake, 58 to go on the bike, but I put a 63 on it because it was more complete. This is 63 here. This bike here, it's been semi-butchered for juice brake, but I don't know if I'm doing juice or mechanical. This one's been butchered a little bit for a rigid frame already. When you do these for rigid frame, they wind up cutting all the area out through here because it hits on the frame. I have a couple floating around that have already been done. Okay, there's a police side stand. We'll be using that on the 58. Let's see, looking for anything I can do for brake assembly. There's that headlight cowling. Yeah, there's one right there. It's missing a part. Might be able to make that work though. I knew I saw. Around. There we go. There's the other part. Okay, now we're talking. Junk. Junk. Yeah. Lots of junk. Chrome hubcaps. Only a moron put that on the bike. Alright, Sportster junk. This is overflow crap back here. Later model parts mixed in with early ship. Got a clutch we can use though. Yep, I'm stepping on there. This is all late model junk. What's this here? Yeah, looks like soft tail. Okay. That is soft tail. Finish strap. Brake levers, an early one. Late one. Headlight. Evil crap. Evil crap. A lot of evil crap mixed in here. Ew. That is some evil crap there. Sound like chrome crap. Yeah, looks like chrome crap. I found a couple items. I found one good thing. Brake lever. Junk handlebars. Alright, where's my good stuff at? Over here. And there's a set of springs I remember seeing earlier that I dug out. These are pretty stiff ones, these are weaker ones. Alright. Junk over here. Can't be worried about stepping on your Harley parts. Alright. Lots of good parts now. Look at all this junk. Maybe I'll put that steering damper together now. Okay, which one do we need? We need the one that's not this one. See, that's not the right one. Okay, this goes correctly here, but this is not. This is wrong. See, this is that one there, but it's this one here. So I don't think that's correct. Here's another one of these. Okay, so I think this piece is made wrong. I think this is the one for the right side brake. We need a mirror image of it for the left side brake, because why would you curve it the wrong way? It's just be stupid. Harley's a lot of things, but they're not that stupid. Okay, so let's go over here and see what's supposed to be here. Okay, see how this one curves in, this one curves out. See, it's the correct lever, wrong rod piece on there. So this piece is wrong. So I still need one of these to make it work. I do have two of these. I don't have this piece. That's polished. That's how it should be. Okay, so I need one of these still. Okay, so now we know what we're looking for. We're looking when it curves to the right. Yeah. Not the left. Okay, so and we do need a brake tube if we use that design, which we probably will. Okay, we didn't see any in that box. Okay, so now we get to go up front and look for brake parts. We go up to the brake area. Stop. Knucklehead crap. And old stuff. Okay, now we can see what we got here. There's more of this junk we don't need right now. There's some knucklehead junk. Nobody likes knucklehead around here. I might need one of those. Keep that out. Junk. There's a foot pedal piece. So rigid frame stuff. So stuff I need for the other bike. 65 style aluminum primary clutch box, get a real one. I need old parts, not new parts. Alright, yeah. Get out of luck on that pile. We only find one thing we need for the minute. Need some brake parts a little bit later though. So there's my junk box. Got a lot of junk in here. I don't think I'm any brake parts in here because they don't belong in here. Put a belt drive on it? I don't think so. Alright, that didn't pan out very well. Okay, let's see. Brake parts. That's not it. Junk parts. Nope. We have another backing plate in here. Got a better looking chrome drum. Yeah, are just good enough. And one we got good enough. And no more backing plates. Nope, no more backing plates. There's one over here. It's been robbed already. And running out of places to look. Okay, levers. Over here, levers. Yep. That sports is handled pretty good there, though. Junk box. There's where you get the adjusters you need, see? If I need one. It looks like a kickstand spring. I might need that. Oh, let's see. Too much crap. They're looking at box. Should be another box of brake junk. There's brake shoes. And battery straps mixed in with them. That's a good place for those. Sportster hubs with knucklehead rear brake shoe. That's where it belongs. Evo crap. I have one box. That's all I need. That's Evo Sportster. Let's see here. Alright, I'm striking out. I'll have to find a different box to look through. That box sucks. There's my good tail light. I don't want to use that. No, that's a piece of junk bike. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, look what I found right here. Bingo! I knew I had one somewhere. There's one. Okay, where's that other part I left somewhere? I think it's in my pocket. Okay, we're good. There, see how it just laying on my... It goes with flywheels. See, brakes and flywheels, they go together. See, there. I knew I had them somewhere around here. There, that'll work. Perfect. Look at that. It even almost fits. And a spring over there for kickstands. And a kickstand bracket too. Whatever the kickstand stuff. Okay, these shoes look perfect. Yep, not damaged or broken. Okay, so we don't need to strip this down because I don't want to anyway. Oh, I need a pivot. This is a reproduction pivot anyway. Okay, we gotta find a pivot someplace. Got a brake line here. We still need all this stuff here, so yeah, we'll strip this thing down. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's just easier to strip it than screw with it. We'll take this off and use it. Alright, let's try not to do that, but oh well. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay. Don't need to steal oil here anymore. Put it over here. Damage our generator gasket. Yeah, we might need that out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. I need something to work on here besides this. Piece of cardboard here. Oh, I'm thinking this one right here might be the one. Okay, I'll use one of these. There we go. Perfect. Experienced cardboard. That's the perfect thing to work on. Okay, now we won't scratch up anymore. Ooh, what a piece of crap that is. Oh, look at that. Is custom there. Boy, look at that. That is a humdinger there. Oh, do you think that's going to fit in a hub? Let's see which hub we're using. Which one's front? Oh, we already got a chrome. Oh, look at that. We already got a drum on this wheel. Perfect. Oh, it fits. Good. Don't worry about that. I already got a drum already. I didn't need another drum. See, I didn't even need that drum. Okay, that'll fit. Okay, first thing I do is figure out why this won't go on there. Probably got a bunch of chrome on here or something that we don't like. Yeah, make sure it's not bent. Looks right. Alright. Sounds like a lot of high spots there, doesn't it? So when you chrome stuff, you get copper buildup on all places you don't need it. You can tell by the noise where the high spots are. That's a nice fine file. Still relatively sharp, but fine. I'm not trying to take metal off this high spot. Okay, so you see the high spots here where it's hitting here. Oop. It's hitting here, not here, and cleaning that area. So it's just chrome. It's all this copper right here on top is our problem. And there might be some rust in this too and dirt, but let's see. Okay, look at that. See how it goes in there a lot easier now? Okay. Yeah, perfect. Alright, put a little bit of goat grease on there. Break up the corrosion. So you get the corrosion and dirt broken up. Give a little bit of a blow job to clean it. Probably not in the camera. See, now the brass is actually brass all the way in there. Okay. Ooh, look at that. It's like new. Okay, we're going to get this off of here now. Oh, where'd my tools go? Tools, my tool. There it is. There. Some of the tools I have are here. Some are not. Okay. One there. That should be the correct one. Yep. Okay, first thing I do is see if we can get this nut off of here. Oh, look at that. It actually unscrewed. Okay, now this is a mechanical locking nut so it doesn't come out from heat. Don't use nylocks on these. Okay, that's ready for the cable now. Okay, I'm going to have to put a cotter key in here to hold this down, so I'll get that later. There's some brake shoes here, but we got some nice oily ones right here to use, so we'll use those. Put this thing here. Take off the parts here we need. Throw in the pan over there. Alright. So now we got to take this nut here off because we're going to need it. So see how the cable wraps around the pin, and then they got the clip that goes over it, clamp, whatever you want to call it. So that's what holds this. It goes around the triangle there. See how it goes in there like that. Okay, just open it up, pull it off. There, that's off. Okay, now you can go ahead and undo the tube here. Okay. I have to pull a cable out of there. You have to straighten the cable out a little bit to do that. A little bit. And pull on it. There, it comes out, see? Now, there's supposed to be a little fitting in here, and it looks like it's right there. It didn't come off with the cable. So you gotta make sure you keep that. Tried to come out. There it is. So that's just for something, the tube to push on the inside in here, against the inside of here. That's what locks the tube up. So if you don't have that on there, this tube will never get tight, so the whole thing will just kind of rattle around. If you put that in there, it tightens up, the tube will be solid and won't rattle. So that's the key that's always missing. Because most people lose it. Over there. Okay. Put this bracket back on here, clamp, that way we won't lose it, because that happens a lot too. Screw the nut down. And that's how they're using a nut lock and not a mechanical lock like they're supposed to. It's aftermarket parts. Okay, now this here, I don't want to pull that off, I just want the shoes off. Pull this up a little bit. Sliding up on this side over here. Don't put your finger in there. Okay, there, that's off. We needed that. Okay, this stuff here we don't need. This brake drum we don't need either, so boom, it goes together. Even though these are mixed up here, so. Okay, we do need this stuff though. Okay, there's that washer, it's in there. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be in there or not. I thought that washer was supposed to be on the outside. I don't remember. It's just serrated washer, it keeps it from, its pivot from sliding back and forth. I don't know where it goes. If in doubt, look at the wear surfaces. Of course, it's been chrome, so it's been all buffed. Okay, so now next thing you check on the fork leg and see if you need to have a washer there or not. We just happen to have a fork leg laying around. Alright, so we want to find out if this is needed here or not. So you push down on the axle plate. And there's no gap here, so that means there's no washer here. The washer goes on the inside. So that's how you find out. Figure it out. We can go hunt on a book somewhere and they might tell you. So anyway, I just figured it out myself. It works just as easy. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit of a cotter key for here. Hold this down. And then I'm going to need a little bit of grease. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back. Get me out of the camera, you can break it. Okay, I got short cotter key, long cotter key. These are stainless, they won't rust. Let's see. How did they do it on this one? Looks like they used a long one. Oh, they had a little washer on there, looks like, too. Oh, it's over here. It looks like they still have a washer. Okay, I need to find a little washer, too, I guess. Okay, I didn't think there was room for a washer. Oh yeah, there's room for a washer. Okay, we gotta go find a washer now. It's a good thing we have washers around here. A junk pile over here. So you take all your junk hardware and you throw it in a box. You can find it later when you need something. Look what I found, a bunch of washers. Now you just gotta find the one that you need. You dig through it until you find one you like. Probably one that fits on here. It's not too thick. That's not big enough. It's amazing how many oddball washers you find of it in your junk box that you wind up needing for something. That's a good one, but it's a little bit too big. That looks like a... Oh, see, that almost fits. Not quite. It's close. That one will fit, but it's too thick, I think. Oh yeah, way too thick. That's too thick too. I need something really thin. It has a big hole in it. And a small OD. Shouldn't be too hard to find something like that. Oh, there's something right there, look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit thick, but I think it'll work. Yeah, you need half a cotter key in there. Yeah, let's see if I find something a little better. There's another one, no. So, ooh, that looks really promising. It's just as thick though, so no gain. This one's pretty worn out though. See, this one's all worn out from being over torqued. It's aluminum. So that actually gives you more room if we need it. We'll keep it just in case. See, just because it's worn out for one application doesn't mean it's not good for another. Too big. Too small. Yeah. I think I got the best ones I'm going to find. There's something here though. What's this? Here. That fits, but it's, once again, it's really fat, so not going to help us too much. Alright, so we got two choices. Let's go see if one of them will work. Okay, so it looks like they're using a longer cotter key. We have that. Okay. Special marine heavy duty grease. That's what I used to use before I had Tribodyne. We'll use it up. It's a good application for it. Okay. Look at that. Looks like a champ. Spin your cotter key around with a pair of pliers, with a screwdriver. And you come out with a pair of pliers. You can either use duckbills like this, use a standard set of pliers like this. All the way back, bent around on themselves, preferably. Okay, there, see, now it's all in there like it's supposed to be. Lever's nice and free like it's supposed to be. Looks like a champ. You know, this here has no lubricant on it, it's dry as hell. It's full of rust. A little CRC in there. Break the rust in a little bit. Smooth it up a little. Yep. Definitely seen better days. Alright. Somebody disappeared for a minute. So I got some cable live. You can also use chain lube. Go in here, put a little lubricant in here. We don't have none. This isn't exactly the right stuff to be using, but it's better than nothing. You're not going to get a lot of heat right here because it's away from the shoes. So it doesn't have to be super high temperature on this. So you want something on there, get some lubricant in there. Makes it work a lot freer. Okay, so where is our cable at? Okay, so we wind up not using the damage washer. Okay, we are going to need to put this piece back in. I'm going to get a cable that frays a little bit, rotate the direction that the strands are, and it should be able to get stuff on there. There you go. Okay, that's now in there where it belongs. And one thing that we didn't do, probably won't hurt to get some lubricant inside this cable, because I'm sure it hasn't had any its life. So let's take that back apart again. There we go. So, yeah, this has about the consistency of crud in here. So, you don't want to pull it all the way through because you're not going to get it back out. So you go that far. Okay, now you got all your cable right here. See, it's not corroded or roasted up in here. It's not very free either. So now we got it out, we can actually put a real grease on this instead of using a cable loop. Ah, my finger, nice. Okay, so we just take this and just go like this. Lube up what we can get lubed in here. I'm still not going to be able to get all the way down. So take a little bit of our cable lube and squirt it in here right on top. Try to get the soak in there a little bit. Okay. Wipe off the excess. Oop, hit the camera. There we go. Back. Okay, get some more grease. Lube it up real good. Let's try to push it in. See how it's supposed to come out. Stand on the one on the floor. So you stand on the floor down here with your foot, pull the housing up, see? Of course, I'm lubing up here now. Okay, let's work it back and forth. Get it, try to get it lubed up as much as you can. Put a little more down here in this end here a little bit. Okay. Pull it back up again. Ugh, too high up, can't get to it. See, now I got oil and grease mixed over my fingers and on the cables. Wipe it off. Okay, there's some gooey stuff. Come off. All right, I'm still standing on the other end down here on my foot. Okay, I'll hold this with this here. There, and I can take the cable and move it again. See if we've got any oil at this other end down here. Okay, there's no oil down here. It's got a big bend right here. So big bends are not good for free floating cables. So we take our pliers right where the bend is. Try to straighten the bend out a little bit. That way things will go in there a little bit freer. That works a lot better taking that bend out of there. Okay, I'm going to put some more grease on this end of the cable and try to work it through. See, before I couldn't push the cable down and make it go through the housing. Now I can. So between taking the bend out and lubricating it, it's working freer. See, it's starting to work halfway decent now. Still not super flexible, but big improvement over what it was, that's for damn sure. Okay, now we take our cable, stuff it back in the tube here. Trying to get the frayed in through the end of the cable here, so damn. Okay, it won't go, so I'm gonna go ahead and twist it. Oh, hit the camera. Which way am I twisting it here? I gotta twist the direction of making it tighter, not looser. Went the wrong direction. Twist it this way. There we go, it came out the other end now. There it goes. Alright. So now we're getting it back. It's getting a little bit frayed on the end there, but it's alright. Hands are definitely full of grease now. Okay, what do we do with that little piece I took back off? Here it is. I gotta try to get this back onto here. It's a lot more frayed than it was now, so it's gonna be more of a problem. Definitely more of a problem. Take our pliers, try to wrap this thing back up. There we go. So your cable wants to go back the same way it was wound. You just have to give it a reason to go back, see? Okay. This is all ready to go back into here now. Backing plate acts like it's stripped. Oh, it is stripped. Wonderful. All that work and a backing plate's worthless for what we're doing. Wonderful. Alright. Well, that's a whole damn thing. So this will never tighten down correctly because it's all stripped out. So it's going to be good enough for a mock-up, but it's not very good. Okay, let me go get my hands cleaned up. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. Got to get the goo off my hands. Okay, this backing plate's stripped out, so it's not real good for doing it this way, but for mock-up, I'm going to do it anyway. This spike's got to get registered before I restore it. There's a couple fixes for doing this. You can helicoil it, obviously. You can put some kind of an insert in there. JB welding is not a good method. Well, the other thing is I use a Sportster clutch cable that has an adjuster. I put the cable right down through here, and then I get rid of the stupid tube. And I just put the housing, comes all the way down the bottom here. I prefer it that way, but this bike I'm trying to keep it stock, so I'm using the long tube. So, anyway, there's more than one way of fixing these things. Okay, now we'll go ahead and get this thing assembled back together. We already know where the bend is at, so we're just going to put the bend back in here again. Bend it back on itself all the way around. That should give you a decent loop. Let's get it back on there. Find the rusty piece here. We have to get inside of this. in order for it to tighten down correctly. Okay. Right now it doesn't look like it's all the way in there. The camera's in the way. So it looks like the strand is sticking out the bottom down here. So I'm going to try to move it up a little bit higher. Try to use the pliers to do it. And it went up slightly better, but not much. Okay, go ahead and lock this down now. Okay, it's locked in. So now it's all in there like it belongs, nice and snug. And this all works freely now. It's supposed to. Okay, now, yeah, take that gooey grease I just cleaned off my hands. Put some on my brake cam here, because I want it to work a little bit freer than rust. Okay, now I got to try to get this back together. Now this has the big heavy-duty shoes on it, springs, so you got to pull this apart. And see, I can't get enough like this. But somehow we got to get it spread out. So that's going to be the fun part. Overhang the pivot off the edge over here to push it down flat on it. If you get one side to stay on, get the cable where it belongs. Okay, now if you take a screwdriver, stick it between the shoes, and spread it like that. And you try to spread up some other tools that aren't supposed to be used for this application, obviously, but you need a bigger screwdriver. So I'm going to try putting sockets in there now. There's a nice fat one right here to use. Try this one. Remember, don't put your thumb in there. It will hurt like hell if you get pinched. Guaranteed. Okay, we are just about ready to go in there. Come on, get down a little bit deeper. That one went down. Okay, one's in, one's not. There we go. I didn't bring my hammer. I'm looking for my hammer the whole time. Should never work without access to a hammer. You need it. Okay, so now I got it over the cam, and I got the socket in there between it too. Also, tap it down like that, and we're all the way down. Now you want to make sure the brake shoe springs are all the way down. There's two lips in there to be on. The outer one rubs on the drum, the lower one get close to the backing plate. Get as close to the backing plate as you can get it. Now somebody put the spring in here backwards. The spring has a hook on it. You should always have the spring on the bottom with a hook toward the center. This one here, it's on the other direction, so that moves the whole spring up a little bit. So it might drag on the shoe just slightly, or on the drum. So we'll find out. Okay, so everything seems to be in there like it belongs. The tube's stripped, but I'll have to live with it for now. Okay, where's our pivot? Okay, here's our center cam piece. We're going to need that. And this was the nut for it, which we will need. And of course that does not thread onto it. Why would that do? Yeah, why would anything fit? No reason to fit on anything. Okay, so these threads do not match these threads because probably has something to do with chrome and maybe some other issues like big ass hammer beating on stuff. That tends to do it too. Alright, so this is not going to go together, but we need it to go together because we have to tighten this up. So that means we have to go work on this a little bit. So that'll be the next thing to play with. Okay, here's our lock washer and nut for here. That does work. Okay. Alright, so we got to work on this now. Alright, let me go get set up for that. We'll be back.